Okay, so welcome again to the SQL course. Let's continue now and try to insert new rows that will probably be not valid according to what we've defined in the data types. This is a lecture that will connect a lot with what we've done in the past section, and also it will enable you to understand the impact of having defined data types in your table. So let us jump right into insert new rows in our countries table. So here we'll try name population again and try to insert new values. So an example would be, let me describe also that table countries.countries. Okay, this describe will give us the data types that we've defined. One of the examples, what happens when we try to insert negative values in the population? We have defined the column as unsigned. What will happen here? I'm going to do here United Kingdom and then minus 10,000 of population. Let's see the output from this query. It's an error. Notice, out of range values for column population at row 1. Here, as we have defined unsigned, we can't insert this row, and normally this will lead to an error. Be really mindful of the data types and conditions that you have on the table, because this will be extremely important when you are trying to insert new rows. So when you have the unsigned, as you can see, SQL will return an error when we try to insert negative values on that column. Another one, what if we pass text to this population? For example, will we have an implicit conversion? Let's see. ABC. So now my population for the United Kingdom is the string ABC. What will happen here? Let's check. As you can see, incorrect integer value ABC. That means again that this is not supported. See the difference in data types and why it's super important that they are very well defined on the table, because if you are introducing things that the data type does not expect, you will definitely have an error, and that will probably break your data pipeline. Another thing that we did not try was checking the impact of having the length of the varchar. I'm going to create a new table, which will be something that will have country code, which is going to be a varchar with 3 letters. So it's those codes that we are normally used to see for countries. Normally, some codes have 2 letters, there are other formats with 3 letters. Let us use 3, for example, and create this table. So I'm creating a new table inside the database countries with the name codes. I'm going to create this one, and if I go here and hit refresh all, I will definitely see here 2 different tables, the countries that we've been working on, and now the codes, which is a completely new table that we've created. Now let me try to insert values into this table. So countries.code, and I want, or codes, and I want to insert into country code the following values. I'm going to insert PRT for Portugal. Let's see if this is supported. It is, because it has 3 characters, right? So as you might expect, this is completely valid and legal in terms of SQL. If I go here to select all from countries.codes, what we'll have is then a new row with the PRT for Portugal. What if I try to insert something with 4 letters? Notice that we've defined varchar with max length equals to 3. What if I try, for example, here germ for Germany, or NETH for Netherlands, which might be a good example. Notice now that I have here data too long for column country code at row 1. Okay, this is not supported because we have an extra value. I think there are some conversions that truncate the value, so they cut off at the maximum length. In this case, when we are inserting data, we have an error automatically, because what SQL is saying is that, hey, you have too many characters for the definition that I have on my data type, so this is not supported. Now, another thing that's common is what will happen in this text value if I try to insert a number, for example, 1.1. Let's see. This was inserted correctly. That might seem strange, but remember that here SQL is able to implicitly convert the 1.1 into a text, because you can convert 1.1 into something of a text. Now, really important, if I go here and check select all from countries.codes and visualize it, I have PRT 1.1. Does that mean that this column is a number now? No. What SQL did was implicitly convert this 1.1 into a text. Even though I have sent a decimal here, that doesn't change the underlying structure of the table. Okay, what SQL is able to do is convert that 1.1 or implicitly convert into a text, because if I describe my countries.codes here, we'll have varchar 3, so exactly the same data type that expects text. Implicit conversions in this case don't change anything in the underlying table. Just make sure you understand that. So that's it for inserting data. Now let's see in the next lecture how we can delete certain rows from our table, and that's what we'll explore in the next couple of lectures. So I hope you're enjoying this section. This is a really practical section where we create tables and insert data and check the behavior of data types, which is tied to the last section. I hope you are enjoying this course, and I'll see you in the next lecture.